sure I'm not muted. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Picture This, the best picture movie review show, usually hosted by the one who has seen the least amount of them, now hosted by me. Because Alex is not here this week, and neither is Coho. Sad days for all. Joining us this week is my cherished teammate, the one and only Matthew Chen. Hello, Matthew.
Hello.
And also joining us this week, I guess, is the wonderful, or the described by Tim Bracala as the great person on Water 2, who is currently flipping me off backstage, I believe. Adelaide Spence.
Not anymore. I just realized I'm your better teammate, actually. So maybe you should slob my knob metaphorically. I said metaphorically. No. Matthew's still my hunky boy. I can love this whole panel, you know?
Anyway, this week we watched a movie that won Best Picture. I'm not even sure this qualifies as a movie because I'm pretty sure
it is a great show.
That's the first mistake the movie makes. That's false advertising right there in that title. The Greatest Show on Earth, the 2.5 hour long commercial for the circus starring Charlton Heston and also Jimmy Stewart for some reason, won Best Picture in 1952, beating a couple. Alex, why are you? Well, okay, you're not even here, but okay. Anyway.
He's busy watching Napoleon. No, he'd be watching Nacho Libre today because he already watched Napoleon Dynamite.
I see. Anyway, normally this would be the time when we do the plot boy segment and Coho screams at us for a couple minutes about what the plot was. But we're not going to do that today because Spence.
Hey, Jack. What's the plot of the movie?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you. I could come up with a semblance of plot for How Green Was My Valley. I cannot come up with this one at all. I saw it yesterday. I don't remember shit from this movie. It was just in one ear, out the other. Let's talk about it though. I guess what we do remember. But Alex is watching Cowboys and Aliens today. Not Nacho Libre. I guess we can just get into the ratings for the people that aren't here. Alex was the lowest of us, giving it 1.5 stars. Jeez. Honestly, valid. Alex, if you want to put like a little description in the comments, you can. But that's it for Alex's rating. Coho, like the rest of us, spoiler alert.
Oh, I left me alone. Yeah, here's the thing. Did I fully pay attention to this? No. And I was worried I wasn't coming to the panel. I was like, yeah, it's actually not that bad. It's pretty good. I was like, oh, okay. Every time I just found myself giving like 100% attention. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. It was just circus shit. And the plot that was there was like not there. And the performances weren't good either. It was just like nothing was working. Like it looked fine, the acting was fine, but it didn't adhere into anything.
Yeah, no. This at the end of the day, I guess I'll go next. I also gave it 2 stars. All in all, this is just a forgettable nothing burger of a movie. There is nothing to latch on to here. There's nothing to latch on to. None of the performances, except for maybe Jimmy Stewart, who's trying his best under all that clown makeup. They just don't work. Charlton Heston doesn't work for me in this movie. I don't care about the circus. I'm sorry. I don't need to spend 2.5 hour narrative documentary, because let's be honest, that's what this is. This is just a documentary made by Cecil B. DeMille starring Charlton Heston. It's bad. Honestly, I was considering dropping it to 1.5. I retain nothing from this movie. I don't care. There's nothing for me to latch onto here. Matthew.
Yeah, there's nothing in this movie, I guess. Like the only reason I didn't drop it to 1.5 is because there are at least some like decent stunts, but like it's just an ad for the circus, and so none of the performances are really that good. James Stewart is at least memorable, but yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, no. And that brings us to a combined score of 1.9 out of 5. I
Honestly,
think
should be lower.
Yeah, honestly, it probably should be lower, but I just don't give a shit about anything that happened at all. With that, I guess we can get into a few documentary footage. Yep, that's pretty much all the movie is. Read Alex's comment. That's the movie, pretty much.
This is more entertaining than The Greatest Show on Earth.
That is true. Your cat is way more entertaining. Anyway,
True.
I guess I'll pull up one of the lists. Spence, do the song. Hello, everyone, and welcome to How Gay Was My Valley, the podcast within the podcast where we rank how gay every Best Picture winner is. Spence, kick us off here. How gay was The Greatest Show on Earth?
I didn't retain shit. Do you think I remember the gay shit?
Mm-mm.
There's literally nothing in here. The one thing I remember is like I think a clown was like talking to his mom, and she's like, "Come back, I miss you," and he's like, "I wish I could." Bye, and that was it. That was the whole interaction. And she was just crying at him being a clown.
Nothing happens in the movie, so there is no gay.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Here's the thing. I honestly think we put it dead last because maybe there could have been.
I am okay with that. Yeah.
Maybe there could have been gay shit, but nothing happens in this movie. Literally nothing. So I cannot justify putting it any higher. I think we just keep it there.
The only way to beat this is homophobia. Let's see what happens first.
Oh, we'll probably find out soon enough. It's the 50s. Anyway, what's next? What else do we have here? Let me
Alex, hit the song. Oh wait. Actually,
Matthew,
wait. I can do this.
song.
Wait, I can do this. I can do this. Wait. Wait. Yeah.
You want me to hit the song?
Yeah, actually, Matthew, go ahead.
Asian.
Yeah.
Welcome to $1 Million Racist, the podcast within podcast where we rank how racist every Best Picture winner is. And honestly, we say nothing happened in this movie, but I do remember at least one very racist thing that happens pretty early on in the film. It's during the 2 to 3 second just slides that come in at the very beginning of the movie. I remember very little, if anything, about the movie, but I do remember two people dressed up as pretty offensive caricatures of Native American people just walking by in like one scene, and I can't remember anything else after that. But I don't know about you, but I think that's a little fucked.
I mean, they were doing whiteface the whole time. I think that's pretty bad.
Was like cotton face. Come on.
I'm gonna bring up the list now.
I think it's number one for all that whiteface. Matthew, back me up. Come on, majority panel.
Yeah, you're right. Whiteface worse than blackface. That's true.
Spence, let it be known that Spence is of the opinion that whiteface.
I will say, let's
blackface.
put it at 8 because Mrs. Miniver is pro-Nazi, and that's the line.
Is Mrs. Miniver pro-Nazi?
I mean, she doesn't she lets Nazi live, and I think it's pretty bad.
Oh, right. I forgot she lets Nazi live. Yeah, I guess that's fair. With that, The Greatest Show on Earth takes the 8th place spot for $1 Million Racist. Matthew, hit the song.
Asian.
All right. Now, Spence, Do
Alex's song.
Alex's song for us.
Don't get copyright, so you gotta.
Thanks for the copyright, Spence.
Yeah.
All right. It's not like we're making any money on this anyway, so who gives a shit?
Wait. There's a better song to do.
Spence, I have a question for you. Is this better than Top Gun Maverick?
Fuck no.
Oh yeah.
You heard it here, folks.
Okay, actually,
Greatest show on Earth, in no way, shape, or form better than Top Gun Maverick.
We should have a clip for this, and it should be this.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drops them dead insane.
Yes, I will make that a clip for next week. I will make that a clip for next week. I don't give a shit if it gives us copyright. We're not making money anyway.
Yeah.
All right. No Nazis to be killed today. So let's go to the standout performers. Who do we got for standout performer in The Greatest Show on Earth? I'm going to put one name forward because honestly, I don't think anyone should be the standout performer here, but I will put one name forward, and that is James Stewart. As Buttons.
Are you fine putting him literally dead last? Because I don't know what the fuck he did. There's so many clowns, I just lost track of him.
Honestly,
I know his voice is like
James Stewart's only opportunity to be standout performer is going to be last place for us because this is the only
let's take a
best
look at the
picture
list.
winner. He starts
Because he is James Stewart. At least is like, and he's a good actor, so like he might be better than last. We'll see if we pull up the list.
All right, let me just quickly add it to the list real quick. Why is it taking so fucking long?
How was Singing in the Rain not nominated for Best Picture?
That is an excellent question that I wish I could answer because I haven't seen it.
Wait, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
It's Donald Crisp literally our last place. That's insane. I forget how fucking stupid we are sometimes.
Yeah. I don't understand how Donald Crisp is below Diana Wynyard
So hear me out.
Richard Dix. How
Hear me out.
in
So
hell is
I'm negotiating with Matthew.
below
Jack, you're not in the
Dix?
alliance. So Matthew, Donald Crisp is more memorable than James Stewart, but it's funnier if
I disagree. I think James Stewart is more memorable than Donald Crisp.
But it's funnier if it's last. If How Green My Valley stays last.
No,
I think
no.
James Stewart should at least be above How Green Was My Valley.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Literally put him at 24. No higher.
I could put it higher, but if Jack does disagree, if Jack disagrees, then we will then second to last.
Spence and I are a majority where 24.
Yeah.
I am not putting The Greatest Show on Earth any higher than 24. All right, then. Trying to think of what else we've got going on here. What even was this movie? Let we've got no more lists to do, so let's rank it. Best Picture. Where does it go?
Oh,
Not the bottom.
Close
But,
to the bottom, but not the bottom.
Close enough that it's a problem.
All right, so honestly, I say we go above Cavalcade. Oh, I'll get rid of James Stewart as Buttons real quick.
I'm fine with that.
I think this placement is perfect because How Green
That
My
one.
Valley is
I'm good.
criminally low, but Cavalcade is a shit movie.
good with that.
And it's better than that. So I think we can just put it above Cavalcade.
Mhm.
And with that, taking the number 21 spot out of 25. That's not a good thing. Greatest Show on Earth. Your name is proving to be very inaccurate. You are one of our 5 worst Best Picture winners so far, and I do not see that changing for quite a while. With that, our top 5 are still An American in Paris, It Happened One Night, Casablanca, All About Eve, and The Lost Weekend. So yeah. Is there anything else we have to do other than extra credit?
Is there anything that we can say about this? Because like,
here's the thing.
It's
the
also
entire drive home. I had an hour-long drive home today. I was racking my brain trying to think of anything to say about this movie, but I can't. This movie is gone.
There's just
nothing in my head from
nothing in this movie that we can talk about.
There's nothing worthwhile to say about this movie. There's some cool stunts, I guess, like in the circus scenes, but the circus scenes are way too bloated. They take up a lot of the runtime. I don't care about anything that happens. The story is just meh.
I will say,
the performances work. There's nothing to talk about.
I'm officially at 64 Best Picture winners.
Nice.
And Greatest Show on Earth is my 7th worst.
Honestly, I updated my full Best Picture winners list, but I'm gonna change it now because just talking about this movie, it's going lower on my list. But as of right now, it is my number. Load.
Genuinely, I would rather watch Cavalcade and Broadway Melody over this. Like,
I mean, the length is also a factor.
It is, but also it's like those movies at least have something going on. They have performances and stuff.
There's a plot.
Like, I feel like Greatest Show on Earth is 2 different movies. One is a circus and one is a movie.
Yeah.
And I actually this would be a fun, like, Caleb Coho, editor supreme, whatever. I have a challenge for you. If you ever watch this, take this movie and literally cut it into the circus bits and the movie bits and tell us, does it function? Is there enough non-circus to be a movie?
The answer is no. Let's be honest. Yeah. All right. I guess we can just get into extra credit.
For the clip.
All right. Who watched that?
For the clip.
Oh,
For the
right,
clip.
yeah.
For the clip.
Extra credit.
I was going to, and then Boatman talked me out of it because
I was gonna watch High Noon and The Quiet Man, and I got to neither of them.
I was gonna watch both. I did not get a chance to watch both, but The Quiet Man is streaming on Paramount Plus, so I watched that first instead of High Noon. And
fair enough.
We'll pull up the list.
Yeah. I'll pull the list up real quick.
and it's last place.
Quiet Man is bad because I mean, it's just, first of all, it's boring. Okay, like that's a big issue, but it's also just like really misogynistic. And John Wayne as a romantic lead is not good. He has like no chemistry with Maureen O'Hara, who is like giving a fantastic performance. At least like she at least makes it more compelling to watch. John Ford, movie looks good. You know, it's a pretty looking movie, but there's like there's a scene where there's a lot of like assault, and like there's a scene where John Wayne like drags Maureen O'Hara like through like a grass field, and it's just like rough to watch. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just put it there. That right where you have it.
Cool. All right. And I do have a message from one of our panelists who could not be here today. because
Go watch High Noon.
Coho did watch High Noon. So yeah, we'll rank that. Coho says, as for extra credit, High Noon would rank it above Grapes of Wrath, below Gaslight.
Wow. Maybe I should have watched it that way. I could have told him no.
Yeah, me too.
Just fuck Westerns.
Well, just wait. Next week, the correct Best Picture winner is a Western, but it didn't win Best Picture.
I need to watch more Grace Kelly anyways, but
Go, let me give it 3 stars.
what? What is Coho doing?
Gary Cooper is a block of wood. Are we sure? I don't think he's. I don't.
I will read to you word for word what he said. As for extra credit, High Noon would rank it above Grapes of Wrath, below Gaslight. I mean, to be fair, he did give Gaslight 3.5 stars.
He gave Grapes of Wrath 3.5 stars.
Yeah. Nuts.
He's
Well,
trying to
this-
fuck us.
This is where he said to rank it. So
Hey Matthew,
I
do you want to
can't
watch
say
High
I-
Noon after this so we can push it lower? Because this is bullshit.
Yeah. I'll watch it.
actually, we can't push it forward, but it's there.
So
There's
dumb.
nothing we
What
can
the
do about
fuck?
that. So with that, hang on.
Extra credit!
I'm
Okay.
so upset that like I could have watched The Bad and the Beautiful, and I would love to watch that, but it wasn't nominated. I feel like 52 was like one of the worst Best Picture classes ever. Like even if like people like
That's
High Noon,
honestly
Cool.
probably.
I feel like High Noon.
then
general.
you get
Like,
fucking Ivanhoe and Moulin Rouge. Who I've never
Yeah,
heard
The Quiet
anyone
Man.
talk about those. I just
Oh
You
yeah,
have-
no.
you have
By
The
the
Bad
way,
and the
Greatest Show
Beautiful.
on Earth, out of all 84 Best Picture winners I've seen, Greatest Show on Earth ranks as 11th worst.
okay.
Barely.
have The
misses
Bad and the
top 10
Beautiful.
most.
You have Singing in the Rain. You have Lavender Hill Mob. You have like there's other movies that like have more shit going on.
Lavender
Oh,
Hill
they made
Mob
the
is-
Jazz Singer this year. I forgot about that. Even Viva Zapata has like a bunch of nominations. It's rough, but you have Rashomon that got more than just one. Like it's what are we fucking doing? Or like it's been like 50, 60 years, but like fucking it's been 70 years. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can move on to
You
the coming
boomer
soon
fucks who voted for this, I hope you all got gangrene or whatever. Or what's the thing?
Anyway,
What's-
next we've got From Here to Eternity. Honestly, a very high-ranking Best Picture winner for me, although it has been a while, so things can change. But I don't see them changing for me unless it's an improvement, because I
Hey.
really do like that film.
So, just real quick, one of the movies that was nominated at the Oscars was a musical about Hans
Okay.
Christian Andersen that starred Danny Kaye,
Ooh,
and it was directed by Charles Vidor.
ooh.
How is that not in Best Picture? That'd be so much more interesting.
It would be more interesting, but here's the thing: the Academy makes weird decisions.
Who did
all
Big
the time,
Circus
and
pay
hasn't
off
stopped
to
since
win
then.
Best Picture?
How was Singing in the Rain not nominated? Why did Mads Mikkelsen not get a Best Actor nomination for another round? These are all questions to ask the Academy.
One of
'cause they
those
fucked
is
up.
a more obvious reason.
Anyway. From Here to Eternity, the other nominees that year are Julius Caesar, The Robe, Roman Holiday, and Shane. I will try to get to
Great
Roman
class.
Holiday. I can, if I can, and Julius Caesar if I can. I'll rewatch Shane if I can, because that's in my top 100.
You just want to
I love
rewatch Shane, though.
I want to rewatch Shane. Anyway, next after or what are y'all hoping to do for extra credit for that week? Anything?
I'll watch Rome. I'm gonna rewatch Roma Holiday, and then I'll watch Julius Caesar and The Robe, and if I have time, I'll watch Shane.
Let me look at these again, because I am next week will be a very special episode because of Koz Adamas. I can hit him in person, which would be great. And Caleb Boatman might be making an appearance. Payson Johnson might be making an appearance. It really depends on who wants to throw away their Sunday while we're tripping in Los Angeles. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. But no, so for next week, yeah, I don't really care about Julius Caesar. I might have seen it already. I've seen some version, I don't remember which.
No bar. No, he was the correct best.
Here's the thing, Jack.
Wasn't fucking nominated.
When we've seen everything from that year, we know how much great shit there is. A great person can miss the nomination, but at least other great people were nominated.
I
What
know.
happened
In
1952, where there was nothing, everything that nominated was shit.
Yep.
But yeah, from here to eternity,
not
great.
nominated for Best Picture that year. Stalag 17.
Yeah,
Great
and I would
movie.
love to watch that. I
Oh.
can't.
I also want to see that. Oh man, that 1953 is a really good year. It seems. Anyway, later we've got on the waterfront, which beat The Cane Mutiny, The Country Girl, which was Grace Kelly's only Oscar win, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and Three Coins in the Fountain. Don't know anything about the other ones.
Because it's the only 1954 Grace Kelly movie I haven't seen.
Same, I think, because I've seen Dial M and Rear Window.
I've seen one of those.
Rear Window?
Yeah. Hey, Bar. So yes, Select 17 probably is good, but we don't get to talk about it because the Academy is stupid.
We'll still do like a mention for it, like we did for Brief Encounter. So
We could talk about it, but
What the fuck is the road?
if we just can't rank it in extra credit.
yeah, exactly. And then finally, we have A Breath of Fresh Air, the shortest Best Picture winner to ever win Best Picture. At a crisp 90 minutes, we've got Marty.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you,
I'm so
underrated.
excited. I'm so excited for a short movie.
Honestly, it's fun. I like Marty, but I'll save my thoughts on it for that year. Beating Love is a Many Splendored Thing, Mr. Roberts, Picnic, and The Rose Tattoo. I have never heard of any of those. So,
You ever heard of Mr. Roberts?
okay, no, I heard of Mr. Roberts, but I haven't, I've just heard of it. I haven't seen it. All right. So, anything else to talk about here?
No. When this finishes, I get to go shopping, and that's what I care about. And I can do laundry, all of which are more interesting than this fucking movie.
Yeah. I could go
Dunk.
scoop dog shit in my backyard, and that would be.
I could
more
scoop cat shit in my room right now.
I would honestly appreciate you to tell me about the Rose Tattoo, because that title sounds interesting, and I might watch it just because of the title. So, anyway, so nothing else then. All right. Well then, see you next week when we watch an actual good movie. Bye.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Bye.
Fuck Big Circus. Big Circus is paying off